To understand the culture of a country is to understand its history and spiritual heritage. Today we'll learn about Korean culture by watching Kapdol and Kapsun's wedding. After a long preparation between the two families, Kapdol is traveling to the bride's house for the wedding ceremony. Weddings were traditionally held in the bride's household. His entourage is carrying two wooden wild geese. The wild geese symbolize fidelity and abundant offspring, since it was believed that a wild goose would mate only once in its lifetime and produce many offspring. Once Kapdol arrives in the bride's house, a pre-wedding ceremony is held, which involves presenting the wooden wild geese to the bride's mother. By giving the wild geese to the bride's mother, the groom is making a promise to her that he will be a devoted husband. Kapdol has arrived at the bride's house. He has placed the goose before the bride's mother, and he is bowing down 4 times towards the north to reverently announce the marriage before the heavens. And now the bride's mother accepts the groom's presentation of the wild geese. And now the bride can go to the wedding ceremony with the groom. The groom is leading his bride to the area where the wedding ceremony is held. On the wedding table, there are blue and red candles, a vase with bamboo branches, another vase with pine branches, Asian dates, and chestnuts. The color red represents the groom, as it is the color of yang, and the color blue represents the bride, since it is the color of yin. The bamboo and pine branches represent unwavering fidelity, and because the Asian dates and chestnuts represent longevity and many offspring, they are always placed on the wedding table. Before the actual wedding, the bride and the groom wash their hands as an act of purifying their minds and bodies. And next, the bride and the groom bow down to each other as a promise to live with mutual respect. The bride's 2 vows and the groom's 1 vow is based on the principle of yin and yang. Since bride represents the yin, she vows twice, 2 being the lowest yin number. Likewise, 1 being the lowest yang number, the groom vows once.
The bride and the groom will bow to each other. First, the bride will bow twice. Bride, bow once. Bride, repeat the bow. The groom will now bow once in response to the bride's bow. Groom, bow once.
Now, the bride and the groom will now offer up their drinks, first to the heavens and next to the earth. This is in order to finalize their wedding vows before the heavens and earth. And now they will share a drink from the same cup, which symbolizes the 2 people coming together as one. And now the wedding will be announced to the world and the heavens by reverently reading the statement to the heavens. It is being read by Kapdol's elder brother Kapsin.
I reverently report to the heavens that on this 13th day of the 6 months in the year of the sheep, in the village of Hingam, a good man and a good woman have exchanged their wedding vows before their parents and many honored guests. The groom Kapdol is a son of the Han family. The bride Kapsun is a daughter of the Gam family. Before today, they stood on this earth as a separate individuals. Now that they have met each other, due to the grace of the heavens, they will try to stand together firmly as a husband and wife. It is the heavenly duty for two imperfect people to come together as one and pursue perfection. But how could it be possible to do so without the help of the heavens? May the heavens bestow upon these two people bright radiance. May they always respect their parents who raised them. May they never lose sympathy for those in need. May they always be in good health, and may their household always be filled with the laughter of healthy sons and beautiful daughters. We now announce with utmost reverence before the heavens that these two people are united as one.
After the wedding, the bride and the groom bow down to each other again as the conclusion of the wedding. After the wedding, Kapdol and Kapsun will stay at Kapsun's house for the next 3 days and leave for Kapdol's house together. Once they arrive at Kapdol's house, Kapsun will meet her in-laws formally for the first time. The ceremony that takes place during this first formal meeting is called pebek. This ceremony takes place in an area of the main living room that is sectioned off with a folding screen. The groom's father sits in the east side and the groom's mother sits in the west. Traditionally, separate ceremonies were held for the mother and the father, but today will only show mother's side. The bride and the groom bow to them, showing their respect to the parents and families. They express their respect by lowering their heads, which is the most important part of the body, to the floor. After bowing down to the Kapdol's mother, they are now offering a drink to her. After offering their drinks, the mother is now throwing Asian dates and chestnuts to Kapsun and wishing them happiness in their marriage and many, many grandchildren. The Asian dates and chestnuts that she just threw symbolize the many grandchildren to come. The Asian dates represent fertility and preservation of the family line, and the chestnuts symbolize chastity and longevity. The newlyweds are now bowing down to the Kapdol's elder brother and his wife, and they are bowing down to them as well. Koreans traditionally express their respect to their parents and ancestors by bowing down to them. They express their respect by lowering their heads, which is the most important part of the body, to the floor. This tradition is still practiced to this day on New Year's Day and during ancestral rites. Thank you.